Most people think aging starts after 40. That's a huge misconception. The truth is, how you age is largely decided in your 30s. After 40, your body is just revealing the choices you already made. Wrinkles don't just appear overnight. Your metabolism doesn't randomly slow down. Your energy doesn't mysteriously vanish. These are outcomes that are earned quietly, daily, years in advance. And here's the uncomfortable truth no one really talks about. People who age gracefully after 40 aren't just lucky. They are strategic. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they do before it's visible, before anyone praises them for it, and long before anyone is watching. First, and this is a big one, they stop treating stress like it's a personality trait. In your 30s, stress is almost glorified. You hear it all the time. I'm so busy. I'm on the grind. I'll rest later. But your body doesn't admire ambition. It only reacts to stress chemistry. Chronic stress constantly elevates cortisol. And what does high cortisol do? It breaks down collagen, suppresses your immune system, disrupts your hormones, and accelerates aging at a cellular level. People who age well don't eliminate stress. That's impossible. But they contain it. They build recovery into their identity. They protect their sleep like it's a non-negotiable appointment. They learn to say no without feeling the need to explain themselves. They stop romanticizing burnout. They understand something most people learn far too late. You don't age from the work you do. You age from never coming down from the stress of that work. Second, they fix their metabolism before it breaks. Most people wait until the weight gain becomes visible, until their clothes don't fit, to do something about it. The smart ones don't. In their 30s, people who aged well stops yo-yo dieting. They stop skipping meals to try and stay lean. They stop living on a chaotic mix of caffeine and sheer willpower. Why? Because metabolic damage happens long before the weight gain becomes obvious. Undereating, chronic dieting, and the constant roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes teach your body one thing: resources are scarce. And how does the body respond? By slowing everything down to conserve energy. People who age well focus on consistency, not extremes. They eat to stabilize their blood sugar. They eat enough to fuel their bodies. They respect their hunger signals. So after 40, their metabolism doesn't betray them because it was never abused in the first place. Third, they build muscle before it becomes hard to. Here's a fact that most people ignore. After the age of 30, muscle loss begins quietly. It's not dramatic or obvious, but it's steady. And muscle isn't just about aesthetics, about looking good in a t-shirt. It's about insulin sensitivity, hormonal health, bone density, longevity, and even your cognitive resilience. People who age well are lifting weights in their 30s, not necessarily to look impressive, but to stay capable for the rest of their lives. They understand that fat loss gets harder with age, and muscle gain gets harder with age. So they invest early. They don't chase exhaustion in the gym. They chase adaptation and strength. And because of that, after 40, their bodies still respond to exercise because the foundation was built when it mattered most. The fourth strategy is taking inflammation seriously. Think of inflammation as silent aging. It doesn't announce itself with a trumpet. It just accumulates over time. People who age poorly often find themselves saying, "I don't know what happened. I just suddenly feel old." But people who age well know exactly what happened because they actively prevented it. In their 30s, they make a conscious effort to reduce ultra-processed foods. They limit sugar instead of normalizing it as a daily treat. They pay attention to their gut health. They focus on the quality of their food, not just the calories. They understand that chronic inflammation is what ages the skin, stiffens the joints, fogs the brain, and disrupts hormones. Aging well isn't really about anti-aging products. It's about an anti-inflammation lifestyle. Fifth, they don't ignore their hormones. This is where real wisdom separates from ignorance. Your hormones don't just suddenly crash when you hit your 40s or 50s. They decline gradually, starting in your 30s. People who age well respect this. They prioritize sleep because that's when hormones are produced and regulated. They make sure to eat enough healthy fats and protein, which are the building blocks for hormones. They avoid constant, extreme calorie restriction. And they don't normalize feeling exhausted, cold, or emotionally numb all the time. They don't wait until the symptoms are unbearable to seek help. They listen to their bodies early on. Because once your hormones are chronically suppressed, rebuilding them is a much harder battle than maintaining them was. Number 6. They protect their skin from the inside first. People obsess over expensive skincare routines, but smart people focus on skin biology. In their 30s, people who age well are hydrating properly throughout the day. They're eating micronutrient-rich foods, vitamins, and minerals from fruits and vegetables. They avoid excessive alcohol, and they work to reduce oxidative stress in their bodies. They understand that your skin is a mirror that reflects your blood sugar stability, your gut health, your inflammation levels, and your sleep quality. Topical care definitely helps, but internal care is what transforms. That's why you see some people who wrinkle early despite having the most expensive routines, while others seem to barely age with just simple habits. 7th, they stop abusing their nervous system. Constant stimulation ages you faster than almost anything else. The endless notifications on your phone, the late nights staring at screens, the endless dopamine loops from social media. People who age well into their 40s and beyond learned a crucial lesson in their 30s. A calm nervous system preserves youth. So they actively create habits to protect it. They prioritize deep sleep. They create moments of mental quiet in their day. They limit constant digital stress, and they practice stillness without feeling guilty about it. Their nervous system isn't living in a constant state of fight or flight. And you can see that difference in their face, their posture, their voice, and their overall presence. 8th, they choose consistency over extremes. The extreme cleanses, the punishing workout programs, the radical diets, these are the things that age people fast. They create stress and instability. People who age well are, by design, kind of boring. They do moderate exercise consistently. They eat a balanced diet most days of the week. They have a regular sleep schedule. They build long-term habits, not short-term fixes. They aren't chasing shortcuts. They're building systems. And sustainable systems will always outlive fleeting motivation. Number 9 is a mindset shift. They accept aging early, so it doesn't scare them later. This might be the most overlooked strategy of all. People who age well don't panic about getting older. They prepare for it. They don't desperately cling to the idea of their youth. Instead, they invest in their future capacity. They build strength, mobility, energy, mental clarity, and a sense of purpose. Ironically, this acceptance is what helps preserve their youthfulness. Fear and anxiety about aging only accelerate the process. And finally, the 10th and most important point, they stop lying to themselves. This is the real difference maker. In their 30s, people who age well start asking the hard questions. Is this lifestyle I'm living actually sustainable? Am I truly nourishing my body, or am I just surviving day to day? Is this stress I'm feeling temporary, or has it become my chronic state of being? They stop pretending that they'll fix it later, because later always comes, and it usually comes with interest. Let's be crystal clear about this. Aging well after 40 is not just about genetics. It's not about how much money you have. And it's definitely not about luck. It's about the decisions you make in your 30s, when the consequences are still invisible. Your body is always keeping score. It never forgets. It only reveals. So, if you're in your 30s right now, please understand this. You are not behind. You are right on time. But only if you start acting with this awareness today. If this video made you rethink how you're living right now, Share it with someone else in their 30s who still thinks aging is something that starts later. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living a healthier, more intentional life.